Hey, this is Unique from that'snuff.com, Hot 97, and I'm here with.
Herbo.
So, back in, I want to say 2012, that's when drill made its noise in Chicago. But it's like, there's different variations of music in Chicago. You have hip hop and drill, but drill is like what opened the gateway for all you new artists in
Yeah.
Chicago. But the thing about it is, I want to say it's like NWA. It kind of scared people because of the subject you guys were talking about. America didn't know all this was going on. Like
Right.
how do you take that on as an artist?
When I first came out as an artist, it was during like the whole drill scene and that in the middle of that wave. But I never labeled myself as a drill artist or the music I was doing. It drill the whole movement put the spotlight on Chicago for the outside to look in. But I'm pretty sure when they listened to me and Bibby music, it was more than that. It was something unique, like just us talking about what we really going through on a day to day and shit that other people can relate to. That's not labeled as drill. It's really the actual facts. It's reality of life that we live in, whether it's harsh or not to the outside world. It's reality. That's actually what's really going on. So that's what we were talking about. We weren't promoting violence. I know it's other artists with drill that probably do that. But at the same time, we were young too. On top of that, so it was a lot of learning that we had to do, and just growing up in the streets. You got to make mistakes. You got to see shit. It's certain shit that you say and you learn from that you won't say again. You know what I'm saying? Shit like that. But as far as the whole drill music, us coming and through it, it was like a blessing too because the spotlight was on us. But when they listen, it's like you can't really label that as drill music because we're talking about actual stories and facts and real life situations of the reality of growing up in Chicago.
Yeah, so I saw like growing up in Chicago as a child in this generation, like you grow up faster than you should.
Yeah.
Like I think it was this lady, Miss Diane, and she has this organization in Chicago, keeping what's it called? KOD. It's like kids off the block. There we go.
KOB?
Yeah, KOD, which is dope. But I think she said it best. You have these 10-year-old kids that have seen like 3 people die by the age of 10, and like the kid next to them's not at school because he's dead. And then you have like you're a child worrying about grown up stuff like how I'm gonna make it home safe. And then you have these teachers that probably not from the same district you're in, they don't understand. It's like, yeah, I get A's and B's, you're gonna be out of this. Like, how do you, as a child that young, try to?
I never even heard of that KOD or KOB.
It's a dope program.
Yeah, that's it sounds dope right now, me hearing it. But it's just actually what's going on. It's a difference between when I was growing up and the kids growing up now, even if it was a 4 or 5 year span between the two, it's a difference because she's right. You know what I'm saying? By the time I was 15, 16, I knew 10 people, 15, probably 20 people dead. 17, knew 20 people dead personally, like that I know, that I shook their hand, you know what I'm saying? And I can't shake their hand no more, you feel me? So it's really just adapting to your environment. Like we not beasts, we not demons, we not none of that shit. Like we just products of our environment, you know what I'm saying? Like what do you expect? I would be dead right now if I didn't think the way I think, move the way I move. I would probably be dead, you know what I'm saying? I have close people to me that died over nothing, like quick shit, like that was just in my face. We was just shaking hands, smoking, shooting dice, and then they walk off and they get killed, literally right then. You know what I'm saying? So that's just what's going on in Chicago, but it's not miscellaneous. It's not. Well, when I was growing up, it wasn't miscellaneous. It was reasons behind it. You know what I'm saying? Generations, people, uncles were in tour with each other, people's fathers, you know what I'm saying? It just passed down towards generations. And a lot of what's going on now with the senseless murders is just kids being followers, you know what I'm saying?
But do you think it's like a rift in the generation? Because you see these older people, they think these kids are problems, but they don't see like why the hell these kids are going through.
Right.
And if they understood that, they could probably like approach the situation better.
Yeah. It's about, what I was gonna get, I ain't really, you know what I'm saying, cause I could talk on and on about this subject. It's really, like you were saying, how a teacher may say, just get A's and B's, you'll come from under it. That's not true. Like, you could get A's and B's and get killed literally for no reason in a crossfire. Like, literally, on the bus stop, and you standing next to the wrong guy, and you get killed. that could happen in Chicago. That could happen anywhere, but it's the reality of happening. It's happened hundreds of times already, you know. So it's not even that. The teachers don't understand. It's really, you have to elevate the youth. You got to make sure their mindset is on another level, because a lot of with the kids right now, they being followers. They didn't live the life that I live. They never had nobody trying to kill them, or you can't go home at night to your mother house or your grandmother house because somebody may be waiting in your hallway or outside trying to kill you.
But
Me, you know what I'm saying? Like, kids never went through that, or they never had to adapt to their environment. They just jump off the porch and like, I'm 13, I got a gun, I'm finna go shoot it. When I was 13, I was playing basketball, going to youth centers, summer camps, community centers, shit like that to occupy my time. The kids don't have that no more. They don't have nobody that they feel like genuinely care about them or genuinely love them or want to see them do better in life in general. Kids don't have that. They don't have nobody to talk to them and tell them this is not for you. Do you want to die? I knew when I was in the streets, it's only one or two things to do. You know what I'm saying? You could come from under it, get some money, take care of your family, and get away from it, or you gonna die and go to jail.
so how did you end up in the streets? Because I think people look at it crazy because you say you came from a two-family home, and your parents were strict. I think up until high school, they let you like make your own decisions. But like, how did you end up becoming, for a short period of time, a product of your environment?
It was not even a short period of time. I was
It was
always a
longer?
product of my environment. I really just elevated from the streets. My mindset is not, you know what I'm saying, the same no more. It was never a short period of time. Like, always, even with me coming from a two-parent household, my parents being strict, I was never like, I never got beat growing up. Like, my mother never beat me, my father never beat me, you know what I'm saying? They let me go out and make my own decisions as a man on my own, you know what I'm saying? Like, literally, when I got to a certain age, like, I was just, it was never forced upon me. Like, nobody never said, come on, Herb, join the gang, jump off the, it was just me adapted to my environment. Like I said, I'm still hanging with the same people. When I was playing basketball, my friends are the same guys I've been around all my life. You know, it's just us really adapting to our environment, becoming products of our environment. When you 13, 14, and you lose somebody that you really love, that you used to seeing every day, it's a numbness in your heart. It really do something. Like as far as, it's a difference. Not even saying, it's a whole nother hurt from when you lose like an aunt. Okay, like you understand, like losing an aunt, that's a hurt. But your aunt may have died of natural causes, or, you know what I'm saying? Not even saying I would rather replace like a friend life for a family member,
Life.
but just, it's different. It's different when you with this guy every day and you laugh and y'all play and y'all joke around,
And then the next
and
day
he
you have the
dead
RIP
to
shirts.
violence, like gun violence. He was shot X amount of times or whatever the case may be, like brutally murdered. That's a whole nother feeling. That's another numbness in your heart. You know what I'm saying? So, like, with everything that's going on in Chicago, it was just really adapting to my environment, becoming a product of it. Like, my mother and my father never made decisions for me. My dad wanted me to go to college, probably be a doctor or a lawyer, you know what I'm saying? By a certain amount of time, I had my mind made up. My dad always told me just be a leader. He can't make my decisions for me, you know what I'm saying? Like, I was playing basketball, going to school. When I stopped playing basketball, I knew I didn't want to be a lawyer, a doctor. I didn't want a 9 to 5. I knew that. I had my mind made up. I was not going to be that. You know what I'm saying? So,
So why did you stop playing basketball? Like, what made you stop playing ball?
I really just, I got kicked off the team. A lot of shit that was going on, just really in school, and just, you know what I'm saying, me growing up being a knucklehead, you know what I'm saying? Just, I was not trying to, I was smart. I graduated top 10 in my class in 8th grade. Like, high school, I had A's and B's and shit like that up until a certain point where I just stopped doing the work. I wanted to play basketball. I was not getting good grades to go be an architect. I knew what I wanted to do already. That's what I'm saying. Once I stopped playing basketball, I didn't care about school no more. Like, literally, I didn't want to be nothing that required the arithmetic that they teach you in school. I knew that already. I just started rapping out the blue. I always knew how to rap. I had music in my family, you know what I'm saying? But I was rapping about my life, what I knew. I was not rapping about the next man's life. I wasn't rapping about what I wanted to do. I was rapping about the reality of what was going on. I was rapping about my mother, my little sister, my friends I lost, the shit I go out and do on a day-to-day. When I wake up and leave the house, I was rapping about my day. You know what I'm saying? That was what was going on. Bibby started rapping first, and he motivated me to rap.
So, like, what was that conversation like? he set you down and said like, I feel like you should go this music route,
Nah, it was never.
or just
It
seeing
was
like
just
his levels?
organically. It was
Okay.
organic. Like he never even said I'm finna rap. He just knew how to rap. He
Mm.
made a rap on in the studio, and we started rapping like over phone, 60-second tracks. I would record on the flip phone, 60 seconds, rap it over the beat. Like my first beat I ever recorded to was Cassidy, Aim for the Head instrumental. Like I never, like I never like it was never intentionally, like it was just natural. I was rapping about my life. I knew how to rap. I always knew how to rhyme when I was 10 playing basketball. I used to just play. I was funny, like just silly. I'm still silly right now, you know, like I ain't never take that shit serious. I ain't want to be a rapper. It just happened naturally. As I started rapping, I started wanting to rap about what I was going through, you know, and my homies telling me, boy, you hard as fuck. Like my first rap was hard, like really hard, you know what I'm saying? So people was telling me like stick to it, and the more I stick to it, I grew to like it, and it just opened other doors for me, and I wanted to capitalize off of it at a certain amount of time, like, you know what I'm saying? But really, I had to grow as a man. Like my mindset had to get on another level, because I was still in the streets when I was rapping. Like everybody that'll tell you it's cool to be a street dude and have ties to the streets, but when you have so much going on and so much to lose, you can't be in the studio and you got all this going on that could change your life and your family's life. You have all these opportunities and you risking your life in the streets. That's not gonna work.
But why do you feel like some artists still do that? Because you still have the
And
artists.
I
They
don't want to cut you off. Go ahead.
okay. Go ahead.
Go
No, go
ahead.
ahead. No, I was gonna ask why you think some artists still do that. Like there are some artists, they have people that are trying to get them out the streets,
Right.
trying to keep on the path, but they still run the streets, still get caught up in trouble. Like
They
do you
don't
think
understand.
you think part of that is like they don't want to be viewed as, oh, you turned your back on us to become a target, or
Nah, it's not even that. I don't think, because I had people telling me, lock in the studio, you outside too much, you on the streets. I had to make my own decision. I don't listen to nobody. Like, I'm not even gonna say I don't listen. I listen, I take in all positive energy, I take heed, you know what I'm saying? Like, I listen to people, but I'm gonna make my own decision. I'm gonna listen to you, and if it makes sense and I wanna make the decision based off what you said, I'm gonna make that decision, you know what I'm saying? So maybe people just think like that, you know. I had to learn, I had to figure out that this is what I wanna do full time. You know what I'm saying? I was passionate about the streets. I love the streets still to this day. I woke up in the morning and wanted to go on the block. You feel me? Like I wake up and want to go to the studio. You gotta want to do it. You know what I'm saying? It's not just a transition. Like I love the streets still to this day. I still have ties to my block. I still love my homies. I could go on my block whenever I want. They don't feel like I turn my back on them. You know what I'm saying?
Speaking of that, like your crew is more like a brotherhood, but
Yeah.
people socialize the game. Why is there a misconception between like your brotherhood and people call it a game?
Yeah, because people gonna always do this. Always negativity. They call the Black Panthers a game. You feel me? Like I don't take, you know what I'm saying, no man to it. Everybody gonna always have negative stuff to say, you know. I know for a fact me and everybody around me have certain morals. We not dumb. We don't do silly shit. We don't risk our life for nothing. You know what I'm saying? We just became products of our environment, and we had to survive on our own. Nobody on the outside world are giving us tickets, tokens to survive, tips, this is how you survive in the hood. We had to learn that on our own. We had to survive. If we didn't move a certain type of way, the way we did, we would be dead. Like literally, as little kids, 14, 15, you had 20, 26-year-olds trying to kill you, take your life. I don't think you understand that. Well, I won't say you, just people on the outside world, they don't really understand it. You know, like nobody, the government, the mayor, Chicago Police Department is not gonna tell us how to survive in the hood. They don't care about our mamas crying. You know what I'm saying? Like I didn't see when my homie died, literally, my homie just got his life took it from him. I'm seeing him on the floor dying, and the police said, I told y'all ass to go in the house. Like they don't care about us. Like they not gonna tell us, oh, you need to move this way or move. Nobody gonna tell us that, only us. So we gotta care about us as a people, as a whole, as a community, regardless, outside of whatever we got going on as a brotherhood, you know what I'm saying? But of course we're gonna be labeled as gangs or outlaws because we powerful young men, young leaders that care about ourselves and take care of our families and shit like that, you know what I'm saying? Our hood is not a mad zone. You just can't come through shooting our block up. That's not what go on, but to the outside world, they'll paint the picture as that, you know what I'm saying?
All right, so that's crazy because one of my close friends, she's from Chicago, and when the world sees Chicago, they just see a city ridden with gun violence and
Yeah.
everything. But like if you talk to her, that's not Chicago at all.
Right.
Chicago
She probably
is
loves
she
Chicago.
loves Chicago.
Exactly.
It's sickening how much she loves it, but she loves it. Like I've never met anybody, and like even all her friends, I've never met anybody that loves their city so much.
Yeah.
And there's so much great stuff about it.
And I still love my city. Like even with all the shit that's going on, all the violence, all the fuck shit, all everything I do not even want to be a part of. I still love my city. I still embrace my city. Chicago is a beautiful place. It's one of the best cities in the world to me. You know what I'm saying? Like if you go downtown or in a certain area, a certain suburban area or up north, you don't feel that negative energy. You know what I'm saying? And those are filled with people who come from that and elevated, or people who know nothing about it. You know what I'm saying? The people who outcast us in the hood in certain areas. You know, it's just how you move, and it's different strokes for different folks. Some people came up different. If you came up in what's that, the South Loop or Gold Coast, like you don't know nothing about what's going on in my hood, or you came up in Schaumburg, 30, 40 minutes away from Chicago, or Skokie in one of those suburbs, it's still considered Chicago. Basically, it's right off the E-way, but you not exposed to the same stuff I'm exposed to. Maywood, I had aunties and great grandmothers that lived out there. It's a small suburb, but it's right in the middle of everything going on. You know what I'm saying? So it's just certain ways you can move, and certain people love Chicago. Like my mama, she'd never leave Chicago. I know for a fact my mother loves Chicago. She never want to leave Chicago. You know, you just have to adapt to the environment. Last weekend, it was 17 deaths in Chicago, you know, but it's like, I wouldn't even say I'm immune to it, but I'm not surprised by it. It's other people, I feel like they need to watch these interviews and listen and really understand life on a whole nother perspective. You know what I'm saying? It's cool to be a street dude and be what you are, but other guys want to parade the street life, and those the ones who end up on they end up with the short end of the stick. You know what I'm saying? Like those people who jump into a lane that they really don't understand. When I was in the streets, I understood what came with it, death or jail. I understood that. I understood what I was doing. I understood what I was facing. Other people don't. They just doing it like, oh, it's cool. I'm a gangster. I'm on internet. I got my gun on me. The bitches like me. They ain't thinking about that. They facing two outcomes. You're not trying to get no money and take care of your family in the streets. You know what I'm saying? If you're not trying to do that, you really are dead weight. You waiting to get killed or go to jail for no reason. Because even if you have nothing to do with nothing, like you just standing on that block and somebody else from that block did some shit, but they got all this going on, they doing them, they know how to maneuver through the shit, go take care of their family, shit like that, and you just the one just miscellaneous, don't know what you doing, you out there just standing on the block for no reason. You gonna be the one that get killed when those guys come through looking for whoever they looking for. You gonna be the one that get killed, not the ones who actually did whatever they did to the next guy. Other people don't understand that. Like, you have to understand the possible outcomes. You risking your life every day you outside. You have to understand that. Like, you have to really understand you might not make it home when you leave out the house. People don't understand that. Every day when I left out the house, and everybody who around me understood that we might not make it home. And we was cool with that.
And that's like a super scary reality. Like, how do you become desensitized and cool with that?
It's just adapting to what else is it to do? What, I'm going to leave out the house and be scared? Like, no, I'm not going to leave out and be nervous. You know, I understand the facts of what's going on and the possibilities, but I'm not about to leave out and say, or I'm not
And
going to
to be
say,
scared.
yeah, or I'm not leaving the house. I'm not going to the studio. I'm not going to this store to go buy me some shoes that I want to wear because I'm scared. No, that was never me. It's just adapting to our environment. I've been seeing people die since I was 9 years old, probably. You know, like literally, I saw my first murder when I was like 9 years old. So I'm immune to that type of shit. Like, and it's not a good thing, but it's just really understanding what you come from. It's the reality. I'm not the only person that think like this. I'm not the only person with this mindset. You know what I'm saying? There's other people who think with that mindset, with the same mindset I have, and they survive through all this that's going on. Other people who don't have the same mindset, they fall at the short end of the stick. You know what I'm saying? Like, you have to really understand what's going on. I never left the house and said, oh man, I don't want to go right here, you know? Or even if I did, you have to understand that. You got to know I'm not going right there. If I need to go right there and I know this the reality to it, fuck it, I'm not even going to go right there. Or if I feel like I want to go right there and I know what come with it and I'm prepared for this, I'm going to go right there. You got to understand that.
So what's the vision for you and your team? Like the end goal of everything. Like what do you want to see for your family and your team at the end of the day?
At the end of the day, I just want to see happiness, progress, and I want to see goals be achieved. I have a lot in store for myself and my family and my friends, everybody around me that I care for. I feel like 5, 10 years down the line, if even now, like I have people come to me tell like, Herb, you a legend, you legendary. I
Or
don't
like the
feel it.
kid outside that want to
Right.
snap you?
Yeah, like you know what I'm saying? I get embraced like that all the time. I love it, but it's still so much that I feel I have to do. I didn't even drop an album. I don't even have a debut album out right now to this day. Like, it's just everything I built was organically. I got so much good stuff in store for me. I feel like I compare myself to the greats, not even saying I could like but I look at it like that's my competition. I want to be like Hov. I want to be like Nas, you know what I'm saying? I want to be like, you know what I'm saying, the guys who really doing it and set that lane for themselves and their families, and they don't have to look back. Like Meek, for example, all the shit that's going on with Meek. Meek don't have to worry about shit no more. Like, he set, everybody around him set, his family set. You know what I'm saying? And Hove and all those type of guys, they set themselves up that way. You got to be a businessman. Nothing happens by coincidence. You got to be, as much as you in the studio and put your complete time and focus in that, you have to put it in marketing, merch, everything that you do that benefits you as an artist. You know what I'm saying? Like everything. I don't even want to go on and keep naming, but like everything as a whole, you feel me? You have to focus on that and set yourself up that way. So I feel like 5, 10 years down the line, if I'm not, I wouldn't even say like, it's not even about being super rich. That come with working hard and being in this business. That's just the perk of it. That's automatic. It's about being remembered and touching people through my words and my music. That I go through my comments, they like, Herb, man, you dropped this, that shit changed my life. You know what I'm saying? I was fucked up in the head. My grandmother died, my uncle died. My homies died when I made this, but they still comparing their same struggle to mine. You feel me? It's completely different, but it's just like, that's what I see. You know what I'm saying?
And that's
As
what
far as
motivates
my
you to
career
keep
long
going.
term. Yeah, that's what motivates me to keep going. I feel like if I have not done everything that I say I want to do in my mind, I fail because I'm trying to set myself up that way. You know what I'm saying? I work hard enough to do everything that I put my mind to. So if I don't do it, it's a failure to me. Pretty much.
All right, so on a lighter subject, I want to exchange stories. So let's do, since we're talking about hot boxes, the craziest high you've ever been, and I'll share mine. But go ahead. The craziest high that made you
The
rethink ever
craziest
smoking
high.
again.
The craziest high was probably one of the first times I ever got high for real. I was with my brother. It was me, my brother, and a bunch of my cousins. We was getting high. Um, I probably was like 10, 9, literally.
Sheesh.
I had to be like 10 maybe. We smoked a lot of weed, like 9 blunts. And this was around the time when Bad Boys 2 came out. And Martin Lawrence took the ecstasy and shit. He had to get in the shower. He was tripping. Like when I smoked, I felt like I was so high. My head was fucked up. I'm like, bro, I'm about to OD. My cousin, my brother, and I'm like, you can't OD off weed, dumbass. Like, there's no way you could overdose off weed, dude. Your ass tweaking. I'm, nah, bro. I feel like I'm finna overdose, bro. Like, what the fuck? I'm finna die. Like, I'm really like tweaking. I'm hopping on my one of my brother, one of his homies had like a cutlass at the time. I don't know, we was just high, all type of goofy shit going on. He locked his key in the car, so he trying to get the key. I'm tweaking. I climb on top of the car, lay down and shit. I'm like, bro, I'm tripping. Like, I was too high, I couldn't control myself. I was 9 years old. I probably smoked like 8, 9 blunts, literally. So I just got up and just broke out to the crib. Like, they ain't tell nobody. I just like, man, I need to go get in the shower. Like, all I knew was Martin Lawrence was about to OD and he got in the cold shower and he was good. I literally like, bro, I got it. I just broke out. Just took off home. It probably was. I know I was I wasn't even at my mom's house, I was at one of my aunt's house. I was at my aunt's house. And I ran straight like that. And she was asleep. I knew she was asleep, so I knew I wasn't about to get caught or nothing. I ran straight in the house and got in the cold shower, like literally cold shower. I didn't even feel it was cold. I just like, bro, I gotta get this high down. I was just too high. I thought I really was about to overdose, like finna die. I ain't know. This is one of my first times smoking. I'm young as hell. All I know is you get too high, you gon' OD. That's all I know. So I ran, got in the shower, and I was good after that. Literally, like that's the I don't think I ever been that high.
My mom probably gonna kill me, but yeah, she's gonna kill me. So basically, what happened was I wanted a cookie. I wanted a wheat cookie, but I didn't want to go through like the butter stuff.
Right.
So like me and my friend was like, bet we just went to like 7-Eleven and got Pillsbury dough cookie because like THC mixed with cocoa chocolate, best high ever. So we baked. We didn't even make the butter. We just grinded it and put it in the cookie and ate it. 30. I've never had a body high to this day. 30 minutes later, it kicks in, and it's the worst. It was the worst time of my life. Like I felt everything. I was tripping like you were when you were 9. I felt everything going through my blood.
Like literally, your body felt crazy.
Everything, and then it got to the point where I felt like I was in the Sahara Desert. So I'm in college, and my friends looking at me like, "What's the matter with you?" I was like, "Yo, I am high as fuck," and I'm walking through the Sahara Desert. It got to the point where I'm on fetal position on the ground trying to get cold. I was like, I just want to be sober. I just want to be sober, and it kept going higher and higher and
you should have
higher.
got in the shower like me. I'm telling you,
I was thinking about that, so I was like, you know what? I'm gonna just go to bed and hope I don't OD.
I swear to God, they telling me you can't OD. I'm fuck that, boy. I went and got in the
But it
cold
feels
shower.
like that. Like, but I went to sleep and woke up fine. But I was afraid I was never gonna wake up. I was like, fuck this. I can't do this no more.
Bro, I remember getting in the shower, my brother and them walking in, they just laughing at me. You dumb as hell. I'm like, dude, fuck that. I'm good. I'm good now. I'm laughing. But I was too high though. Like the highest I ever been. Probably like I didn't know. My brain was just not functioning right. I'm like, what the fuck is wrong with me? Like, I don't know. I was tripping. Like my head was spinning or something. Like I don't even know what was like what the feeling is to this day because I get high now. So I don't know what the feeling is. I just know I never felt it again since that day. Like I get in a cold shower. I never forget that day ever in my life. I know where I was at. Like literally, I would never forget that day. I ran home through cuts, jumping gates. I was getting the closest route. I didn't want to take the streets. I wanted to shortcut and get home. Like that shit, bro, I was too high. And I was 9, so imagine me young as fuck, like climbing trees, climbing gates, hopping gates, going through people's yards, like trying to get home and got in a cold shower. Like 9, I'm little as fuck. Like I still got a baby face right now, so they like, why is you even this high, little boy? Like, what the fuck is y'all getting into? You know, I was the youngest. That's why I'm probably so advanced. You know what I'm saying? Like, I always was around my brothers and cousins. I was the youngest. Everybody at least 3 years older than up. At least 3 years older than me. And that's all I hung with, you feel me? Like, I ain't really hang with nobody my age besides my homies. And vice versa, that we all hung with people older than us, you know? So that's probably why I'm just so ahead of my time. But I never been that high, ever. I don't even want to get the high that I get now. It's cool for me. I'm just leveled out all the way.
So before we go, I know you're working on your debut album,
Yeah.
Humble Beats. Can you talk about like what to expect and?
Oh yeah, that's my prized possession right there. Like that's what I was saying. I haven't dropped in over a year, so it's really my debut album. That's not even my next piece of work. I have another EP and another album that I'm gonna drop before then, but it's not my debut album. I have a joint collab album with Southside. I'm gonna drop top of the year, and I'm dropping some next week called Strictly for My Fans, just something intimate for the fans to show a token of my appreciation cause I haven't dropped in over a year and everything's still growing, my buzz growing, all that. But as far as my debut album, I would consider it like the official introduction of who I am to the outside world and people who not familiar with me yet, like who I am, what I come from, the shit that we talk about, the harsh reality of Chicago, and just me growing as an artist from me being 16 to 21, like that growth and just a complete introduction of who I am, or like, you know what I'm saying, just come up with your own imagination of my character through my music, you know, so that's what I plan on doing with my album. I'm excited for it, like super excited. That's my prized possession right there. That's my baby. When I drop the album, I mean, it's only gonna make me go harder. I'm not gonna slow down when I drop it, but I feel like that's what the world waiting on right now, and I'm gonna give it to them. I'm 70, probably at least 60, 70% done with the body of it. You know, I'm not like I know for a fact I have the body of my album. Of course, as I move around and drop other shit, I'm gonna go tweak it a little bit, add this sound. But the body of my album is complete, so it's gonna be crazy.
Last thing, what's the rink in Chicago?
The rink,
Yes.
oh, that's man. The rink is what made a lot of Chicago people. It's the what can I compare it to? It's the the live of Miami for 18 and under. That was the live back in '05, '08, '09. Like the rink, if you was that dude in the rink, you was that nigga. Like all the girls was in the rink. It's a skating rink.
Okay.
It was a skating rink that it was a family skating rink through the day, big ass skating rink. But after I think 7, 8, they cut the lights off and they put all the kids on a little ass. They got like a big old rink, like for everybody, for family, and they got the kiddie rink for the little kids that can't skate probably. And they put all the underage kids right there after a certain area, and they let you like party, you juke, like girls juke all on you, you know what I'm saying, grind. Like that was our first sex, really, like going to the rink, like literally, like I remember going to the rink. It was just like if you were a kid, and it just like us, we always went to the rink super swole, and just we was always known throughout the city, like people knew who we was even before rapping, you know what I'm saying? So we was in there feeling like Mitch off Paid in Full, like everybody. We was going in there with pellies on, all type of shit. We young as hell, like, and our mama still picking us up when we leave out the rink, you feel me? It was just a place for you to go enjoy yourself as a kid before all the fuck shit. Like you could go and it made you probably a man because it wasn't no shooting after the rink. You get into it, y'all could fight. Y'all gonna fight it out. It wasn't no, oh yeah, we got into him after the rink, we finna wait outside and kill him. That wasn't what was going on back then. So it was, I would say the rink was where everybody could enjoy themselves as a kid. Like every kid from Chicago, I feel like had childhood memories at the rink.
So what's one of your most memorable ones from that?
One of my most is really just every Saturday we went counting your jukes. Who get the most jukes? Who got the most phone numbers? Like literally, we used to count our jukes. Well, I got 40 jukes. I got 27 jukes. Like literally, boy, that fine ass girl juked me 5 times. Boy, you tweaking. She only juked you once. You feel me? Like shit like that. When we was young, you know, that was the shit we looked forward to growing up. Like at the rink, boy, we fresh as hell. We going in there, new shoes, mics, all the new clothes, whatever we wearing at the time. You
Wait,
know, pelly coats. Hell no, we ain't skate.
Okay.
We ain't going there to skate. I ain't even know how to skate. Like we was going in there for girls, juking, that type of shit. Like the memories at the rink, I'll never forget, and I know other people will never forget this. You know, like my friend, like that's where we came up, going to the rink on Saturdays, getting jukes and shit from girls. Like everybody, 20 niggas. It's like as a kid, it wasn't no egos and judge and like 20 niggas trying to talk to the finest girl in there. And the finest girl, if you like 3, 4 niggas in there, that's cool. You ain't a hoe. We young, you know, you could juke. You know, it was just a place you could go enjoy yourself, you know, and the memories was just crazy. It was a lot of good and bad memories. We fought at the rink. Like I remember my homie lost his pelly. Like baby big brother, he lost his coat. Somebody stole it at the rink. And he was just ready to whoop whoever we saw. We ain't even know who it was. Like, just whooping whoever we saw that probably got on a leather coat. Like, it was just fun. We was young. From 8 probably. From being 8 to 12 or 13, we was at the rink down there every Saturday, you know. So it was just growing up in Chicago, it was cool. Like, you had everybody from across the city. From you south side, out west, everybody coming from across the city to go to this rink. And we weren't trying to skate. You know what I'm saying? Like, we trying to get it on in there. Like, everybody, you see they over there recording on the snap because they know when they put this up, everybody going to be like, damn, that boy talking about the rink. Like, everybody in Chicago got memories at the rink. Like, literally, when our mothers found out what we was doing up there, they like, y'all can't go to that shit no more. Like, I used to go with my cousins, girl cousins. They, what you mean you grinding on a boy on this thing? Like, when my aunties found out what that was, they went crazy on my cousin. Like, I had girl cousins and boy cousins. We was cool, you know. We
Pick out
just
the
like,
boys.
yeah, hell yeah, we in there like that. But my girl cousins, like, they weren't having that. What the fuck you mean y'all in there doing the butt? Like, that's what my auntie was like, my cousin tricked her. Like, we just be doing the butt, ma. What you mean the butt? So y'all butt the butt or y'all butt to some other shit? You feel me? Like ain't no butt, you know. But just really, bro. Like I didn't even call you bro. I'm so sorry.
It's fine.
But just going to the rink, it was. I'm still thinking about it right now. Like literally, I got so many good memories at the rink. Like pretty girls, just all that type of. That's what you went and looked forward to at the rink. Footwork battles, shit like that. You know, like literally watching battles, footwork. If you knew how to footwork in the rink, you was that nigga. I don't care if you ugly as fuck, if you like a monkey. If you knew how to footwork, you could probably get any bitch in there, any female inside the rink. You could have her just because you know how to footwork. That's all they cared about, like literally. Like I used to try to I knew how to footwork. Still, I used to know how to footwork when I was young. I wasn't never like the hardest nigga in there, but I used to know how to footwork. You feel me? Like that, just all that is it's just Chicago culture. You know what I'm saying? I feel like the kids don't have that no more. That's why it's so fucked up. It's no such thing as the rink no more for a 12-year-old. They want to go to the real club. They letting 12-year-olds in the club and shit. Like 15-year-olds going out to the real 21 and older club getting killed, losing their life, literally. 16-year-olds then got killed at a club. How the fuck is this? How's he even in there? You know what I'm saying? Like, it's not the same no more. You feel me? Like kids, they don't have nothing to be proud of or look forward to. Like they don't want to go to school. They don't want to be nothing. Everybody want to do what we doing. You know, we had reasons why we doing what we doing. I had a reason why I dropped out of school. I ain't just drop out of school. You know, like even if I wasn't rapping, I wouldn't have just dropped out of school. I wanted to go to school. I still like when I graduated as a senior, I was in LA, like doing all type of business related shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? I already had a song with Nicki Minaj and everything, but I still wanted to be at my graduation. I'm seeing my homies graduate, diplomas and shit. Like, you know, like I ain't never want to say, oh, I'm dropping out of school. Even people who got kicked out of school, they wanted to get back in school. Like literally to go to school, and even if you wanted to see the finest girls or go and get fresh every day, you wanted to go to school. And the time when you was in school, you safe, you out of danger. Kids don't want to go to school, so now from 9 to 12, they life in danger. They could get killed at 11:30. We was at school. You get what I'm saying? Like, don't nobody have that no more. It's crazy. Like, kids ditching grammar school, going to grammar school, grade school, high. Like, we wasn't doing that. We weren't going to grade school, high. Like, even if we smoked, we probably didn't smoke after school, you know what I'm saying? But it's just different. Kids not the same no more.
So what's the solution to like try to fix that in your city?
Like I mean, like I said earlier, it's taking that extra step, the smallest step. You know what I'm saying? Really talking to the kids and letting them understand that your mind is not where it was back then, or they mind don't need to be where it is because they have no reason to think and act like that. They just being followers. Once they see the people who they were following after are evolving as a whole, and their mindset is not the same, and they telling you, you need to think like this. You was following me. You following what we doing. You know what I'm saying? So you don't even know what you don't know. Like, that's not cool. When we was doing what we was doing, it wasn't cool. We ain't never say, oh, it's cool, I got this gun on me. No, hell no, that wasn't cool. You know, that's just the reality of it. So kids got to understand that. That's always the small step that's going to make a big difference. Like, the smallest step.